Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Mr. Acuna. I am the 6th grade band teacher here at PCIS Central, and we are really excited to present to you a unique performance experience. We've dubbed it the Informance, the informal performance or informational performance, and it's an awesome opportunity for you to be able to see what a normal day at band is like for your students. So we encourage, please take pictures. Take videos, post them on social media. I'm seeing eye rolls from students already. Take as many pictures as you can. This will probably be one of the last opportunities you'll get to see your student individually playing in an ensemble, unless they're participating in other solo opportunities later in our band program. So I want to tell you a little bit about our band program here at PCIS. We meet for 30 minutes every single day during your students' intervention period, and we meet in 3 instrument groups. We meet in the brass section. Raise your hand, brass players. That's our trumpet, trombone, baritone, and tubas. Thank you. The percussion section. Raise your hand, percussion players. They're all the way in the back against the back wall. Thank you, hands down. And then our woodwind section, clarinets, flutes, and saxophones. Thank you, hands down. This is different than it has been in the past. This is my 2nd year in PCIS. Before I got here, band students, they used to have to make a decision, either go to recess or sign up for band. And so that was really tough for us to recruit, because what 6th grader would decide that they want to go to recess, or band instead of recess? So now we're super blessed with awesome administration that made it work, and we get to see them every single day, 30 minutes during their intervention. Our goals, we have 2 big goals for our 6th graders. We want to first begin developing characteristic tone quality on our instruments. That means, can we make a good sound in 6th grade? That's one of our goals. The other is develop musical literacy skills. And learning how to read music is really like learning how to read another language. And it's great practice for our students we have a huge literacy focus at our school this year, and it's good to get a different experience on similar skills. So we have a whole bunch to play for you today. This is going to be very casual. If for some reason we need to go back and do something again, we're going to go back and do something again. If something is perfect and awesome the first time, we're going to celebrate and move on. But we're going to start first where we started in the first week of school, which I called baby instruments. Percussion do not have baby instruments. They just have their normal instruments. Woodwind players, brass players, go ahead and take off your baby instruments, your mouthpieces, baby instruments. For about the first week or so of class, all we played was the top part of our instrument, so we could start to develop the technique that's required to make sounds on our instrument. We call that our embouchure. And the sounds that we make, they're pretty interesting. So let's start with the brass. Brass, can you play me 4 beats on your baby instrument, just on your mouthpiece? Brass players with me. 1, 2, and ready, and go. Good, that's called buzzing. So our brass players are vibrating their lips together, blowing air through to get a sound. Lovely. Woodwinds. We have 2 kinds of woodwinds. We have flute players who blow across the top of the tone hole, and it splits the air and vibrates. That's how they make their sound. And then we have reed players who blow against a little piece of cane called a reed, and it vibrates, and that's how it creates sounds. Here we go, woodwinds. 4 beats, please, on your baby instrument. 1, 2, and ready, and go. Right, so you see why we don't stay there very long. Good, go ahead and put your instruments back together, students. We're going to play for you our first exercise. Oh, I'm sorry. No, keep your instruments off. We're going to play for you Start and Release, which is our first warm-up that we normally do on our instrument, but we're going to play for you on our baby instrument so you can just get an idea of what the first band week is like here at PCIS Central. All right, here we go. Percussionists, you may stay seated. Baby instruments, start and release. 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, 2, breathe in together. 1, 2, ready, and lovely. Go ahead and give them a round of applause for that. We move very quickly into playing the entire instrument. We've been working on the first 5 notes of our instrument. This exercise uses those 5 notes in the same pattern we just played. So students, put your instruments together. We're going to play you the same exercise, but this time with the notes that are written in. Percussionists, you may stand up. All right, here we go. Start and release with all of the notes as they are written. And Oh, I'll let my percussionist get their steps. 1 and 2 and ready and. Excellent. Go ahead and go to rest position. Nice job. So quite a bit better than what we did before. I love 6th grade band because this is an opportunity where students have to learn a skill that is so foreign to them, and it's really difficult at the beginning, and the best part of that is seeing the hard work pay off and when it starts to click. So, to give you a little bit more empathy for your student, this is, hopefully you all decide to participate. I'm not going to make you do this. You are going to get to learn how to play your student's baby instrument. Your student is going to be the teacher. They're going to show you what steps we take to form an embouchure. I'm going to give your students about 2 or 3 minutes to figure it out, and then we will hear our parent band all together, and I cannot wait to hear it. Go ahead. I hear some awesome sounds, great reed sounds. All right, students, begin to wrap up your instruction. And we're going to get to hear some different sections of our parents' instruments. Parents, hang on to your mouthpiece. Alrighty, let's start with the percussion section, the most sanitary, probably the easiest. Percussionist, can you make sure that your guest, whoever that person is playing an F? Show them where the note F is. And I would like to hear 4 quarter note Fs from our guest percussion section. It should sound like this. Bum, 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 stop. Let's see. All right, back row. 1 and 2 and 4 notes, go. Stop. That's pretty good. Give them a round of applause. That's pretty good. All right, brass section of guests. I'd like to hear 4 beats held out. We call this a whole note. And then release it. Here we go. My brass section of guests, 4 beats of sound and then release. 1 and 2 and ready and go. I kind of heard it. One more time. 1 and 2, brass section, go. Bravo, nice job, brass section. All right, finally, our squawkiest section. Let me hear the woodwind guests, 4 beats of sound, bum, and then release it. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and woodwinds, go. You played clarinet. You had to. No? Oh my gosh, that was awesome. One more time, woodwinds. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Bravo. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. You can give your instrument back to your student. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, one of our big focuses, one of our big 2 goals for 6th grade band is to develop musical literacy skills. We have a 3-step process that we follow anytime we look at a new piece of music in our book or in our binder. And we're going to go through that just so you get an idea what it looks like. So students, somebody raise your hand, please. What is the first step? Anytime we look at a new piece of music, what is step one? Hudson. We are going to count our exercise. So look at tonguing practice, please, on your books. Students, let's count it all together. And here we go. 1 and 2 and count it. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Good, thank you. So our notes, they tell us two things. One, when to play, and then they also tell us what to play. So students, what's the second thing we will do after we have counted our rhythm? What's the second thing we do? Aurora. Note names. So we will say the note names in the rhythm that they happen. We just counted it, now we'll add the note names to that. All right, students, let's note name, please, tonguing practice. Here we go, note name it. 1 and 2 and ready, go.
G, 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 G.
And rest, rest.
F, 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 F.
And rest, rest.
E, 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 E.
And rest, rest.
C, 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 C.
And rest, rest.
C, 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 C.
And stop. Good. You may have noticed that there are a whole bunch of people who are not all saying the same note. Many of our instruments play different note names, but they make the same instrument sound. So if a trumpet is saying the note G, then a flute player is saying F, and a saxophone player is saying the note D, but they all create the same sound. So let's play it now, students. That would be the third thing we would do. We would play this. Let's play tonguing practice, please, all together. Percussionists, you may stand up. Check that posture. Make sure we're sitting as tall as we can. Chins are up. Feet are flat on the ground and our back is straight. Tonguing practice. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Great job, students. Next, the next thing that we would do, we started to change. So all of those notes stayed the same as we played them. The next level of difficulty is to change notes. So our next exercise is connect the notes, and we are going to play this one for you. Here we go. Connect the notes. Check your posture. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Chins are up. Connect the notes. 1, 2, ready, and go. Nice job. Now we're going to move into our section features. So each section, the woodwinds, the percussion, and the brass have prepared a song for you so you can get an idea of what their particular class sounds like. The first section feature that we're going to do is the woodwinds. I see the woodwinds from 2:35 to 3:05, which is right at the end of the school day. So sometimes they come into band class and their brains are fried, but I have just finished my coffee. So I am ready to go and they are not, and they have to figure out how to handle that. The woodwinds are going to play for you number 10. It's called Steppin'. Go woodwinds. Number 10. Ready, go. Nice job, woodwinds. Our next section is the brass section. The brass section is the first band class I get to see during the day. I see them from 11:45 to 12:15, which is right before their lunchtime. So they are always hungry when they come to see me, and they are, we have a good time. They have been sounding really nice. Brass players, let's play number 16, Stepping Stones. 1, 2, ready, and go. 2, and 3, and 4. And 3. And 3, and 4. Nice job, brass players. Good. The final section feature we have for you is the percussion section. Percussion, go ahead and stand up. The percussion section, I have their class right after their lunch. So they sometimes come into my classroom from recess and they got their red noses and their red ears. Or on days like today, we're trapped inside and it's humid in the building and they all look sweaty and tired and we got a performance to do today. So the percussion are going to play for you number 34, the frog song. The percussion, we get to move a little bit faster because they don't have to learn how to develop the technique of the face that the woodwinds and the brass have to do. We get to move a little bit faster, get some more notes and rhythms under our hands. So we're going to play number 34, the frog song for you. Here we go, percussion. And 1, 2, and ready, and go. 4. Good, so normally I don't stand about 40 feet from the percussionist. So percussionist, why don't we start and measure number 5, which is on those B flats with the quarter rests, and try from there all the way to the end. I think we might want one more shot at that. Percussion, measure 5, starting on the B flats, followed by the quarter rests. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Good, percussion, much more together, thank you. All right, next we're gonna play some songs for you out of our book all together. Our book is where we do most of our work. It's where we learn our new notes, it's where we learn our new rhythms, and it's where we get to put those things into practice. So students, you can turn to page number 8. We're going to start with number 19, Hot Cross Buns. If you've ever had any kind of musical experience, this is the classic. This is the magnum opus of beginning band. Here we go. Number 19, Hot Cross Buns, please. Sit up tall. Hot Cross Buns. 1, 2, and ready, go. Bravo, nice job. Moving on, the next one we have prepared for you is number 22. This one is called Little Robin Redbreast. This one we have a solo, it's broken into solo sections and 2D sections, which you'll be able to see on your student's paper. The solo is just one group of instruments playing, and then 2D means everybody. So for this one, we're gonna have the woodwinds play the first 2 measures, and then everybody comes in measures 3 and 4, and then the brass get their solo section in measures 5 and 6, followed by everybody closing it out in 7, 8. The percussion, they get to be our motor, so they play the entire time. Here we go, number 22. 1, 2, and ready, go. Nice job. Good, we've got 2 more songs for you out of the book. The next one is number 23, which in your book is written as Merrily We Roll Along, but we all know that as a different song. Here we go, students, number 23. One, two, ready, and go. Good, and we have one more book song for you today. This one is called, number 26, Love Somebody, and this one's unique because it's a duet. So it's the first time that we've played a song all together with two different parts, where not everybody is playing the same thing. So for this one, the woodwinds are going to be playing the second line, if you're looking at your student's paper, the one in orange. The brass and the percussion will be playing the top line, the A line, which is printed in white on the top. Here we go, here's number 26, Love Somebody. Tap your toes, please. And 1, and 2, 26, and go. Good. I should mention at this point, because of the way our schedule works, this is the first time that the brass, the woodwinds, and the percussion have been all in the same room together. We've never had a chance to rehearse together. So it's a little bit of a different listening environment for the students to hear new instruments that they've never heard before, and also to be spread out all the way across this cafeteria. Normally in the band room, we are much, much, much closer. It's a lot easier to hear the people next to you and play and move with them. Before we get ready to play our final song for you today, there's a couple people and a couple of things that I just want to thank. We are really blessed here in Piqua to have an awesome support for the arts, and it starts at the top with our superintendent, Mr. Thompson, and it's reflected in our administration. Mrs. Askins is here today, and she's been so helpful and so supportive in my second year here. We also have, yes, thank you. We've got the other principals, Mr. Butler and Mrs. Molenkamp, also massive advocates and supporters for us. The woodwind players actually got to see Mrs. Molenkamp play saxophone with us one day in class. She did band when she was in school, and so that was really cool for them to be able to see. So thank you to them for all of their continued support for us. Second, we have just a great team of music teachers here. Mr. Browerman and Mr. Hines and Mr. Mahaney are all here. Mr. Browerman is the music teacher here at PCIS, and then Mr. Mahaney and Mr. Hines teach band at the junior high and high school, and they're awesome people to work with, and they make this stuff happen all together, so thank you to them. And then finally, my biggest thank you is to you, the parents, for all the continued support for your students, for putting up with the sounds that we got to experience today, for the emails that I am always sending you, and for following up on those, and just for supporting them with all the things that we do here in the music program. It's awesome to be able to see, I get to teach at the high school too in the mornings, to see where students end up after 6th grade and how much this program can mean to them and how much it can impact them, and it starts here. So thank you for your support of your students. All right, we have one final song for you today. We did not get to this song last year with my group of 6th graders, so I'm really proud of how hard this group has worked. We're gonna play Jingle Bells for you. Jingle Bells it uses our first 5 notes we've been working on all semester, but it's a little bit longer than all of the music we play out of our book, so it requires about twice the amount of mental engagement from students as we do this. So we're gonna play this last one for you. Again, thank you so much for your support. Here we go, Jingle Bells. And 1, and 2, and ready, go. And 3. good. I've just got a couple more things before I send you out of here. Students know this. We are not going to play in class tomorrow, so you may take your instrument home with you today, or you can put it in the band room. When we get back from break, we're going to be digging into some more difficult things. So I always say this at this concert. I really encourage you, students, take your instrument home. You can't go 2 weeks without playing your instruments. Find at least 5-10 minutes a day. More short practice more often is way, way, way better than one 45-minute practice one random day in the during the break. And I just hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday. Thank you again for your support, and have a great evening. Thank you.